What up, what up? Eddie Block. A couple people keep asking me, was this the General Lee 69 Charger? And yes, it is. There's the box right there. There's the General Lee. My good buddy Neo519 told me that they were molded in white now, the newer kits. So that answers your question if you're the one that asked me that. And also another guy, he asked me to show him how I do doors and hinges and all that stuff. So I'm going to show you this really quickly, buddy. Here's some of the stuff you're going to need. You're going to need a blade with a brand new X-Acto knife, or whatever you use, whatever kind of blade that you use, but it's gonna have to be brand new. The more newer the blade, the faster the cut in the door. Now, okay, also you're gonna need a paper clip, and this right here, this blue stuff that I got over there, those are just regular Q-tip shafts. Yep, that's Q-tip shaft that I'll use with that. Okay, and first you want to slide the Q-tip shaft on before you start to, and then you start to form the hinge around it. But after you form the hinge, this is the shape that you should come up with. If you can get that shape right there, you got your door hinge. Watch the video again and again if you don't get it until you get it. Okay, now also, in order to cut the door open right here and right there, you're gonna have to take your knife like this, take your very sharp knife, and you're not gonna go this way with it. I've seen Fast Jimmy do this, maybe Dr. Cranky, I've seen a couple guys show this, but you want to turn your knife backwards. You want to use the back of it, then you want to go down the line. I like to go as slow as possible. Take your time, it's your model. The slower you get, the greater you'll achieve in quality of the door cut. You won't need magnets or anything like that. Sometimes I use magnets to keep the doors closed, but if you go slow down those lines with the back of your knife, not the front but the back, you take your knife and you just slowly go down the lines. You follow the creases in the car, the lines of the car, and then you'll get a nice clean cut. But you have to use the back of the blade. You'll see a little curl of plastic start to come out when it's working. Then you'll know that your knife is working correctly, and you want to watch your angle of your knife so that you don't make a deep gash. You want to keep the knife straight in the line as possible so that you don't have any gashes or any off lines. So, but yeah, that's it. Turn your knife backwards and you go down the crease of the line like that, very slowly. And sometimes you have to make your own crease. Now, if you have to make your own line, then you use the front of your blade and just slowly make the line where you would like for it to be. And then you turn your knife backwards and you go ahead and dig it out. Nice and slow. Don't try to go fast, because if you go fast, you're going to end up breaking this. Like when I did this car, I broke the A pillar here, and I broke on this one came out fine, but on the other side I broke the pillar, and this little piece right here snapped off. But I put it back there. There it is right there. I'm pretty good at putting things back together. It's just plastic, and like a puzzle, like a little piece to a puzzle, to go right back in place. You can't even tell that anything happened. And but that's how you do it. After you get your cylinder of your Q-tip shaft, or your high C straw, or your regular old styrene, whatever you're going to use, it's best to start forming it like that. You slide the piece on a straight line first, and then you form this particular shape right here, and then that'll be your hinge, and then it should look like that when you're finished. But you'll need a small pair of needle nose pliers. I use a very small pair in order to achieve that shape right there, and also very, very sharp blade. And you might need a pencil, because after you cut the door out, you're gonna also have to make you a door panel out of the existing panel that's on there. So you can see I have a black line marked there, and there'll be a black line marked in the back, and you want to just cut that out. Sometimes you can even leave enough dashboard plastic to hold the dashboard, but if you can't do that, it's best to just glue the dashboard with a couple dabs of glue, and glue the dashboard directly to the windshield. And that's how I do my doors, buddy. I hope you got some good information out of this. But that's Eddie block with the way that I cut doors open, and trunks is the same way. The trunk is a lot easier. It's just a square pattern. Right here it gets a little intricate, and you have to be very, very careful right here in this area of the A pillars, because that stuff will snap on you. So you want to go really slow and make sure you use a brand spanking new blade, and you will achieve what I've achieved here. And it doesn't take that long. It maybe takes this one took me quite a long time, because for some reason this kit is made out of some other type of plastic. It's not like the brand new hard plastic styrene, so that's why things were breaking and snapping on me. But I still, even though things were breaking and snapping, I kept it very delicate, and I just kept going. I did not stop until I achieved greatness, bro. All you have to do is go very slowly, but on newer kits you won't have the problems that I had. You turn that blade to the back, you scratch down, you'll see that Cheeto curl come out. That's what I like to call them, the Cheeto curl. Once those curls come out, you know you're doing it right. But that's how I open up doors, and I use just a paper clip and a Q-tip shaft to hold. That's your hinges. That's everything you need. A couple little dabs of glue on there. First you want to tape the doors on into position where they're supposed to be, and then you want to flip the car over and go through the inside and tack your hinges up while the doors are taped securely in place, and then that way you'll have a perfect swing when you open up the door. This little square piece right here should be directly over the crease line in the door, the little cavity that runs up and down the door. This square should be directly right there, and right over it should be like a line in between there, so your door can have free clearance space to open. But that's Eddie block, and that's basically an update onto the 69 Charger, the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm gonna go ahead and pimp it out like I said, and I'm working on it. But yep, that's how I do the doors, and those are the tools that you're gonna need. And just that simple. If you do it nice and slow, take your time, you achieve some nice opening up doors. A lot more custom looking. You can see the interior, your seatbelt setups, everything will be looking sweet for your customers or your viewers or whatever. But yep, that's Eddie block. Thanks for watching my channel. I got love for all you builders out there. You guys are all awesome. And yep, peace out. Eddie block out.